Now, 300 years sounds like a long time for nuclear waste to last, but we really got to put things into perspective here. Take into consideration other sources of energy that has toxic waste that lasts forever. And how long it lasts is only one factor. You need to take into account the toxicity of it, the amount of exposure that humans are expected to get from it, and how much is produced. To illustrate this, I created this chart here. It shows the risk of human harm over here, and then how long that waste lasts over here. Those factors that I mentioned are going to affect the risk to human harm. You have the particulate emissions produced by coal up here. It's similar for biomass. That kills millions of people every year, but it only lasts for days to weeks. The big factor there is it's released straight up into the environment. Same thing with your mercury and heavy metals from coal. That's just put out into the environment, and that stuff can last forever. I have natural gas particulate here. It's not particularly harmful to humans just because it's a fairly clean burning fuel, but it does produce a lot of CO2, which as you're going to release more of it into the environment, the risk of human harm is going to go up due to climate change. The reason why that these ones up here are such a high risk to human harm is because they're just released out into the biosphere. Now you can see here, nuclear is a totally different story when it comes to risk to human harm. It does have some emissions, but it's such tiny amounts that it's negligible health effects. In fact, coal releases way more radioactive material into the environment. Although for these two reactor types, it does produce toxic waste, and at least for traditional, it does last a long time. The amount of human exposure is extremely low because these are solid wastes that are ceramics. They don't leak out into the biosphere, and they are not released like these ones up here. And then for that fourth factor, these produce very little waste. All of your waste using traditional reactors for producing all of your high energy needs would fit in the size of this mug. And all of the waste from breeder reactors producing all of your energy needs would be about the size of a golf ball.